Hey guys, so today is July 8th, 2013, Monday, and we have our little Emmett with us. He's finally made it past 24 hours. We didn't sleep much last night. We were up actually most of the night, but anyway, just I guess to backtrack, he was born at 6:11 p.m., 6 pounds, 6 ounces, and about 20 inches long. It's hard to tell what color his hair is. It's kind of a brownish, reddish color. His eyes seem like they're blue, and he's been very quiet. He doesn't really cry too much. He got a shot. He's had a couple shots actually, and some blood drawn. And overall, it seems he cries more when he has his diaper changed because he's cold than anything else. But that doesn't last long. As soon as you get him wrapped up, he's done. We've heard a lot of babies cry up here since we've been here the last 24 hours, and I'm happy to say ours isn't one of them.
Have you been scared of him crying?
Yeah, I do get a little anxious when he cries. More so just, changing his diaper, and I can see he's cold and shivering, and I just want him to be warm, and, you don't want him to cry. So.
What was it like when you changed his diaper for the first time?
I was terrified changing his diaper.
Why?
And I've changed diapers before, because he's got the umbilical cord that they stress, don't cover, you don't want it to get too hot, it can get infected and different things, and so you have to fold the diaper down, get it under there, you don't want it to rub on it. Plus he's squirming around and screaming, and his legs are just his legs get really tight locked up, so it's hard to get the diaper in and around and keeping it fold down, and he's screaming and he's cold, and so it was just exhausting. And got the first one on, and literally right after we finished, the nurse came in only to take it off because she had to weigh him. And with that, his weight has all been fine. I can keep breastfeeding with him. They don't have to supplement the formula in, which is good. We were a little bit worried about that. He's also A positive and I'm O positive, so they were a bit worried about him getting jaundice. I guess he has a higher risk for that. And those tests came back well, so I'm hoping fingers crossed that he doesn't get jaundice and everything's good. He is getting circumcised in the morning. I'm not going to be able to go watch that. Justin's going to go. I can barely see him cry when he gets a shot, so that I know I won't be able to watch, but yeah, he's just
How was your
labor? So before the epidural, it was awful. We had been reading the Bradley Method book, and I really thought I was going to be able to fight through this and do this without an epidural. I thought if I can just visualize what's going on in my body, I'll be able to get through it. And the way the book made it sound, it's like, oh, we're going to have 10 hours at home. We're just going to relax and fight through these contractions. They'll be 8-10 minutes apart and it'll be fine. No, totally wrong. I woke up that morning, and after being awake for an hour, it was contractions started right away. I think they were never more than 3 minutes apart. So by the time we got up to the hospital, they were 1 to 2 minutes apart. I never got a break, and they were just the most painful thing. I fought through that for a couple hours, and then finally it was just done. And I was already dilated to a 4 when we got up here, and then I think they gave me the epidural. I was at a 6, and we'd only been here an hour. Shortly after the epidural, it's probably within 30 minutes, I was at a 9.5. So I mean, even the doctors were like, "You're not, Mother Nature's not giving you a break." It's just everything was back to back. So once I got the epidural, everything was much more peaceful, wouldn't you say?
For you,
on
yeah.
The phone to people, and
You couldn't talk when you get a contraction.
No,
a lot
it was
of pain,
horrible.
And then it was bad for you.
Yeah. So with the epidural, the main reason I didn't want one before, because I'd read so many bad things that it could cause nerve damage if they had, if they got in the wrong spot, and you wouldn't know when to push, and they'd have to end up getting them out with forceps or a vacuum because you don't push hard enough. And there's just a whole list of negatives compared to the positives. So with the epidural, I was numb, but you could still kind of feel what was going on, so I still knew when to push. Sometimes the doctors had to reassure that yes, now's a good time because you're hooked up to all these monitors anyway. yeah, no regrets at all, because after going through that entire experience, the pushing, I had to get an episiotomy and everything else. If I didn't have that epidural, I probably would have passed out.